can't sleep here, baby. Hello and welcome to Penn Tarot. Tonight we are looking at a straightforward message from the cards. And we have a little guest tonight, my cat, June, and she's bringing some good energy. You can't sleep there, my baby. Come. And we're going to read the cards Aries through to Pisces. And it's going to be a fairly quick, straightforward message. Well, as quick and straightforward as I can be. I am planning on doing some more content, but when it feels right. I've been thinking about readings quite a lot lately and preparing thumbnails, but the readings haven't felt ready. So I decided to do a quick messages from the cards. So let's see what the cards feel we need to know in the coming week. And we're going to start with Aries. Aries, what messages do the cards have for you for the upcoming week? Here's your card. That's auspicious. Right. Aries. Messages for you from the cards. What do you need to know in the upcoming week? Ooh, okay. Bit of a heavy one. 10 of Cups in reverse. And the 10 of Swords in reverse. Well, Aries, this is quite a heavy reading with the 10 of Cups and the 10 of Swords in reverse. It's telling me the end of an era, something very important to you. It's the closing of a cycle in a very unpleasant way. Like, it's the discovering of something that you weren't aware of. There was something going on behind the scenes, and now it's been exposed. And that's left you feeling somewhat indifferent. And in that, there is a temporary relief. But this is really and deeply painful for you. I'm going to try and keep the messages short tonight, but definitely change is coming. I see you breaking away from a group of people, losing interest in a group of people that are close to you, home especially here. And this is kind of like once bitten, twice shy. And I do see that you're going to feel like you're getting through it, and pretty easily. You're going to feel, I've done this, I've been through this before, I can get through it again. But I see like a delayed grieving process. And now we have the 10 of Wands come out. You might meet somebody in between your situations. I'm seeing this as obviously very much the home situation. So I'm seeing that the distraction could be a romantic get together. Who knows how that will go. That is going to add to your temporary sense of relief. I say temporary because at some point you're going to feel the loss, feel the effects, because right now you're kind of numb. That's the way I'm interpreting this for an Aries. But then at the end of the day, I am feeling with the 2 of Cups and the 10 of Wands coming out together here, to clarify, I'm seeing that just as much as there was something happening behind your back, now the universe is preparing for you something unexpected. So expect a lot of change. Expect the coming out of some kind of story. It's going to leave you feeling quite disillusioned. Let's have a look at what energies we have here. We've got Pisces, Sagittarius, and Gemini. We've got Cancer. Yes, we've got Cancer and Aries. That wasn't there, but anyway, we're having a look. Okay, and that is the message I have for you, Aries. You're going to either know if it's for you or if it isn't. And the good thing is that you're going to get through it better than you expect, because there is going to be like some kind of distraction that has good potential. So I'm not saying just move on and rush into anything, but there's always you know, the karma. If you've been good and you've been decent and somebody's pulled the wool over your eyes, then it's better to find it out, deal with it, and move on to something better. And we are moving on to Taurus. Taurus, we want to know what messages the cards have for you for the upcoming week. What do you need to know? What do you... Oh, let's try this again. What do you need to know, Taurus? What messages do the cards have for our Taurus collective? Messages for our Taurus collective. Messages for our Taurus collective. What do you need to know in the upcoming week? Seduction. Seduction. Ooh, lots of choices. But you're going to make your choice, and it looks pretty good. somebody, a situation is coming in hot, heavy, and fast. This is a very spontaneous energy for the taking. This isn't something that you're going to put all your eggs into one basket. And it's not something that you're going to take very seriously. You're not putting your heart and soul into this. You're going to play the game, and you are going to come across as you're going to put a mask on. I'm not sure what that mask looks like, but I don't see it as a bad thing. I see it as be cautious always. Always be cautious, but I do see something very flirtatious, a lot of fun. You're going to, yes, you're going to get along, but there's a front. You're not going to be yourself, put it that way. There's also a hesitancy to give it too much attention. So you seem to be very much aware of the situation. It doesn't look like anything serious, and you're not going to say, give away too much about yourself or of yourself. And then you're going to be going on as usual, you know, like nothing to see here. In other words, it's temporary, and you're going to move on. So it's going to be exciting. It's going to be hot and heavy, but it isn't something that has any long-term future to it. Put it that way. What energies do I see? I see Aries, Libra, Capricorn, and Gemini, Virgo. And that is the message I have for you, Taurus. Have some fun, don't invest too much, and don't expect something that comes in hot and heavy to last. It's gonna come and go. And that is the message I have for you, Taurus. And we're moving on to Gemini. Gemini, tonight we're asking the cards the messages they have for our collective, and what can you expect this coming week? What do you need to know? What do the cards want you to know, Gemini? Messages for our Gemini collective. What messages do the cards have for our Gemini collective? energy showing up there. Page of Pentacles. Earth energy. Capricorn. Taurus, Virgo. Okay. Got still some similar cards to Taurus here, but obviously in a different setting. Gemini, what I'm seeing for you here is an opportunity that you should embrace, that is somewhat daunting. It's challenging. You're questioning if you have pretty much enough of everything to pull this off. You have seen what you want, and you haven't fully invested yourself. What I'm seeing here is that you need to make a decision. Once you make a decision of what you really want, then you can put heart and soul into it and everything you've got, and you can do it. Once you have that picture in your head of what you want to go for, but until then, you know, you're just going to be sort of investing small, doubting, and with perfect synchronicity here is the judgment in your outcome. So this is a case of, if you don't make a decision, the universe will make it for you. There's so much potential here. There's such strong, good cards. But there is sort of it's not wishy-washy, but it's half-hearted. It's half-hearted that and this sounds harsh, but if it's your story, you're going to know what I'm talking about. It's like you've seen something you want and you don't actually step out and get it. You kind of like dart around. There's a lot of movement, but no real solid foundation. And then we've got you not having the self-belief to pull it off. These two cards are definitely linked, and it's like you do have it, but you haven't got the picture strong enough in your head enough to really go for it. Here you are making that picture in your head. Once you make that picture in your head, you will have more gusto, but right now there isn't really any direction. No real punch in the page that doesn't really progress anywhere. Yes, there's the want to invest, there's the potential, that something that has you thinking, but then it develops into nothing yet. So choose, and then you can fully step into your magician self. But right now, there's no clear vision, no direction. So you can have all the tools in the toolbox, but without a plan, you're not going to manifest anything. And that's the message I have for you. Strong Gemini energy. And we have, as I said, the earth signs. And then we have some passion here with the fire. The fire signs, Sagittarius, Leo and Aries. And as I said, strong Gemini. So you're showing up in your reading, but are you showing up for yourself in that setting your goals? And that is the message I have for you, Gemini. No need to clarify. So I hope that lights a bit of a fire if you are currently struggling setting your goals. This is making a master number here. This is good synchronicity. This is it's a very good omen about setting your direction. It looks like you already have accomplished a lot. You're waiting just to solidify that last to make it 10, but here we have 11. So, master the situation, Gemini, and that is the message I have for you. And we are moving on to Cancer. I got a scratchy throat. Right. I'm going to reset that timestamp. Cancer. Okay, let's see what messages cards have for you, Cancer. We're going to start that one again. It went off to a rough start with a scratchy throat. And enough about me. This is about Cancer. Our Cancer collective. We want to know what the cards have for you. What messages do the cards have for our Cancer collective? For this upcoming week, what do you need to know? Cancer. What messages do the cards have for our Cancer collective? I must remember to speak louder. There's the sun for you. Could be dealing with a Scorpio or a Leo. Cancer, I see somebody coming back and they've only got eyes for you. They're going to tell you they want to make this what you have together. They want to make it official. Wow, here we have those same two cards come out. I mean, really. But anyway, I'm going to be doing a reading soon to see what our blocks are and I have a feeling that we're going to have a lot of sword energy come out. Cancer, you or somebody that you were once acquainted with is going to make an effort to bring a union back together. Something that ended, and there was somebody that was pretty much left to just grieve on their own for some time, and now this person is wanting, I would guess, you back. I think we're talking about somebody that wants to approach you. They want to approach you and they want to make it official. I'm seeing here that it's not going to really go too well. This person is coming back and expecting things just to be able to hit it off where it was left off. They're in for a surprise, because I don't see you just being very open to this situation. It's a case of when you lose respect for somebody, you just can't forget that anymore. And what I'm sensing here is that there's always going to be that challenge. There's going to be that challenge. There's going to be that challenge. Like, you know, there's no point in getting back together if you're not going to be able to leave the past in the past. And I don't see that the person who has been hurt is not going to just be able to let it slide. They don't see the chances of this working. They've lost respect for this person and they're not going to be able to get past that. So even if you try to reconcile, there's going to be that hostility. There's going to be that aggression. There's going to be that coming in for the attack. And I just don't see it working out. Yes, you might get the whole truth, the ugly, dirty truth. All the stuff that maybe you shouldn't actually hear. You know, I also think that you have reason to be on guard, and you have reason to attack, and there's a reason why you lost respect for this person. So you've got to bear that in mind. I don't see this going very well at all. They think it's going to go well, but they're going to be met with that sort of sentiment behind it. So for yourself, you need to make a decision, like if that's what you're facing or if that's what you're going through, you need to say, really question why you'd want to go back into this and like continue a toxic cycle. Like you'll see it straight away. It's going to come out instantly. I don't see it working out. If there's a reunion coming up from somebody that walked out, I don't see the reunion going very well. There's too much, understandably, hostility. Okay, and we've got strong Aquarius. Gemini, Virgo, and Scorpio. And that is the message I have for you, Cancer. Return. Return is going to be met with a whole lot of hostility. Right. And we are moving on to Leo. Leo, tonight we are asking the cards what messages they have for you. We have the Page of Cups there in reverse. Page of Cups in reverse, and then we have a bit of a false start. And we have a little bit of a misunderstanding, nothing serious. And a word of caution, don't let a little misunderstanding become a big misunderstanding. Like, honestly, there is no shame in being the bigger person. You don't have to actually tolerate the person for long. You don't have to be in people's company forever. But for your own well-being, being the bigger person is always the path of least resistance. So take the passive route this week, Leo. Be a lover and not a fighter. Okay. We have got the Eight of Swords. It's a little bit of being trapped in your own mind. And it's feeling like you can't get what you want. And it hurts. You know when you need some time out, take time out. Like, what it seems to me is like you're getting everything right so far. And currently, everything is really, really, really right. And the only thing that can actually get in your own way is yourself. That's the whole energy that I'm seeing here. Focus on the bigger picture. Surrender to the bigger picture. Don't see problems where there are no problems. There's something very freeing, as I just said now, is when you take the higher road, there's something very freeing in that. It's like, have you seen that meme where it says when I, something like when I help somebody with the computer and it's like, it usually looks like Jesus. Anyway, it's hilarious, but it's like how I feel when I help somebody with a computer. So like, there is this certain sense of achievement when you don't allow yourself to go, say, below the belt, when you don't allow yourself to fall into that pattern where you, or not pattern, but that, say, that impulse where you lose it. this is kind of stemming from, I'm just going to say it, a little bit of a victim mentality, and it's hard to hear. It's never easy to hear that we're feeling like a little bit of a victim. Okay, I understand. I hate it. But that is the exact energy here. And so what I'm saying is, when you're feeling a little bit trapped in they should have, or if only, or I have no support, or that kind of toxic inner speak, you need to nip it in the bud, and you need to focus on what you're manifesting. And then when you are struggling, you know, there's no point in denying it. There's no point in suppressing it. You have to go through the pain. You have to, there's no avoiding hardship. There's always going to be hardship. There's always going to be hardship. You're always going to be tested. And so it's vital you master how you respond. Be wary of your responses. There's a very important saying. It is, least said, soonest mended. When you feel like you're losing your temper a little, like, remember my words. Remember, say, what was that saying again? Less said, soonest mended. In other words, hold back from the rant. Queen of Swords is somebody that tends to be a little bit resentful and can be like jabby. And they are sharp. And they are ruthless. And you do not want to be trying to explain that. This is a harsh warning, I understand, but these things can happen so easily. I'm speaking from experience here. I'm a Sagittarius. I put my foot in my mouth constantly, okay? That's why I kind of tend to want to take a little bit of a back seat, because as soon as I get into the spotlight, I will say something appalling. Okay? So, I understand it, but this week, the message for you is very clear. Hold on to your goal. Surrender to it. Trust it, even when things are pushing you, because those triggers are what you need to look at and say, if I want to be the person I say I want to be, then I need to work on it. And anybody who's watching Penn Tarot is somebody who's working on themselves. So, that is your warning. Watch your rants. Stay true to the dream. Don't feel like you've got anything to really focus on being sad. Focus on what makes you happy, and focus on the dream. And be wary of getting a little bit too snappy. We have Aquarius, strong Aquarius here. Gemini and Libra, a lot of air. Then we have Scorpio, strong. And that is the message I have for you, Leo. You know, there's this thing about being forewarned. I must have a look at what that and have it in a little sign here. Because it's about when you get a warning, you can avoid a situation rather than blindly walking into something that's not so easy to take back. And we are moving on to Virgo. 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 Has anybody watched William Donahue? Virgo. He's really awesome, I must say. I like his way of thinking. William Donahue, he's like a preacher type person. But he preaches astrology. Astrology from the pulpit. My kind of minister. Anyways, before we talk about, before we give William Donahue a free tarot card reading, let's focus on Virgo. Virgo. My mother and my sister are both Virgos. They have a shared birthday. And my mother's sister and her mother, their mother, are also Virgos, and they are September Virgos, and they share a birthday. So, Virgo is strong in my family. Virgo, what messages do the cards have for you this week? What do you need to know? As we move into the week ahead. Okay. Did we have this for you in the recent reading? 4 of Wands in reverse. It did show up in the last reading, I'm sure. Excuse me, I'm tired suddenly. And I'm not even like slouchy, I'm sitting right up. Okay. Wow, this Nine of Swords out again in this position. It is uncanny. Okay. Virgo, let's have a little look-see. And there's the Magician again. That's also Virgo energy. So, well, you could be dealing with a Gemini. Virgo, I see you are having a problem closing off a cycle. Like, there's something that came to an end that well, I mean, it's distracting you. And in your heart, it's like, you know that you need to, see the cycle through, and you need to look at what the next phase is. Come this side, baby. Come. Not that side, not that side, not that side. My cat's coming in. Not that side, this side, baby. Aye. Okay, let me get the kitty some food. The kitty some food. Okay. Fantastic. Speed should come now. Speed should come for foodies. Okay. And Julie's still here. She's quietly sitting behind me. Okay. as I was saying, not for anybody else, but for yourself, Virgo, you need to make new plans now. When you start doing that, you're going to see everything shift in your favor. Like, are you feeling that nothing makes you happy now? Like, life seems mundane. Sometimes these wands can look more like a prison cell, you know, like bars on a window of a prison cell. Like, this is a bit of that gilded cage kind of trap. That is certainly leading you in the wrong direction for a long time. In your heart, you know, and maybe you even know that when you do release this and you look in the new direction, in the forward direction and not in the rear view mirror, your fortune is going to change. Your energy is going to change. From survive to thrive. It's my big theme lately, but this is that energy because it's so youthful, it's so innocent. It's ready to explore, and there's that saying, the world is your oyster. So freshen up and allow that new season in. That's the message I have for you. We have Gemini, we have Pisces, we have Aries, Cancer, Scorpio. And that is the message I have for you, Virgo. It's time to change direction. It's time to find a little bit of stability instead of just like going nowhere slowly. Well, in this case, it's going nowhere fast with the Knight of Swords. And we are on to Libra. Libra. Tonight, we are simply asking the cards for a message for the collective. What do you need to know as we approach the new week? What messages do the cards have for our Libra collective? Messages for Libra. What does our Libra collective need to know? Hello, Bijou. Be careful, my man. Be careful, my lady. I need to hurry. Okay, we have Aries, well, King of Wands, Sagittarius, Leo energy. Right. strong Aries energy here, Libra. And it's cardinal energy. I'm sure that was in your last reading. There you are, very much trapped in your head. There is a very strong energy, a strong Aries energy here, and it's not a very good energy. It's like you know it. This person is egotistical. They are so full of themselves. They are very superficial. So why are you in your head about them? Strong Aries energy. Aries again. Let's see. What is the situation? Who's this talking about the Aries? There's somebody that is promising you the world, and everything is telling you to distance yourself from this person. Then do that, because this is very big, overwhelming, dominant energy. Strong Gemini energy, strong Aries energy. And then here we have the King of Swords in reverse, and I just see you in a very troubled frame of mind, highly critical of yourself, involved in a very controlling relationship. This isn't stable. This looks so good on the outside, but it's not doing you any good. And this, I heard, I'm just a little bit busy. Excuse me a second. Goodness gracious me, sorry. Okay. Where was I? This is very, I think this is very specific here. It is speaking to somebody that this could be your Libra energy, could be Gemini energy. I'm seeing strong Aries energy, and I'm seeing the energy of a very dominating cardinal sign here, where things look spectacular. They but it's as I said in the previous reading, the Four of Wands can be the gilded cage. I'm strongly sensing that you do not feel this is good. I don't know. You kind of seem to be blaming yourself, very harsh on yourself. There's a lot of challenging energies here. We could be dealing with two cardinal signs. But there's going to be a chat, and like everything that was hidden is going to come to the surface. It's a very power, what is it called? Like the power couple. It's got a lot of potential to grow, but like the egos are too challenging against each other, and it's where you can't let your guard down, and it's not natural. It's very superficial. It's very hard on you. You need to have a discussion and take it from there, because the power ultimately is in your hands. You decide to stay or you decide to go. But right now your view looks very clouded, and it looks like you're taking on a lot of the blame, whether this person is making you feel like that, or whether you're doing it, or whether you're both doing it. The thing that I'm here to tell you, that it is up to you to either take control or give the control away. And that is the message I have for you, Libra. As I said, there's strong air and strong Aries. I think I just turned all of those the wrong way. Where are we here? Okay. I think it must be this way. That looks right. Okay, Libra, and now we are on to our Scorpio collective. We've had so many interruptions lately. But I don't want to get locked out of the house now. Tonight, while I sit here and read, so that was my last call there, so I just had to go and if you missed it, I had to go and quickly run off. And I'm just gonna get myself together for the reading. Scorpio. Scorpio. What messages do cards have for our Scorpio collective in the upcoming week? What do you need to know? What do you need to know, Scorpio? What messages do the cards have for our Scorpio collective? Just want to get into the energy before I just start choosing cards. And sometimes they happen quite quick, and other times it just takes a little while longer. What messages do the cards have for our Scorpio collective in the coming week? Messages for our Scorpio collective. Okay, Five of Pentacles always come out. And we have the Knight of Pentacles. This Knight of Pentacles, I'm sure before it even hit the 10, it was like ding. So yeah, this Knight of Pentacles, he likes to shoot out. Yeah, that Five of Pentacles showed up. There was bound to be some kind of dealing with some kind of disruption, some kind of loss. So what I see here is it's very much connected to the night energy. I'm seeing here somebody that is going along slowly. There is some grief that you carry in the Five of Pentacles. But it's not like, it's not a woe's me energy. It's like a knowing. It's somebody who's like knowing that the lesson of loss. That loss is actually the doorway to self-reflection and the awakening of self. And I see the student here, like the student of life. I see what it's saying is that it's okay to be in the learning mode, for a part of this, but it mustn't be the whole of it. In other words, you're always going to be learning. You're never going to finish learning, okay? It's part of the journey, but that's not your label, and it can be if you allow it. Like, maybe it's easy to say, I went through this. Like, honestly, like, I had people saying to me that I had to start my channel now. Like, I was just procrastinating and that, and I kept saying, well, I don't feel like I'm ready. I have to be ready. I have to be ready. And like, yeah, that can be a good and a bad thing. Like, you have to know yourself when you start, like, say, using it as an excuse. I'm not saying you're using it as an excuse. No, I'm saying you have to know yourself before you start using it as an excuse. Like, it can be just a tactic to procrastinate. The good thing is, though, is that it's like the next part of the journey has arrived. You know, like, you know, like You might walk to the bus station, and then at the bus station, well, the little whatever it is, the bus will stop and take you to your next leg of the journey, which might be a train journey or travel. Then you jump on the train. You know, it's at like the stages of the journey, and that's what I see for you here, Scorpio, is that this week is the next phase coming, and it's all due to you taking action on something. So whatever you keep telling yourself, oh, I'm still learning, I'm not the eternal student, or I'm whatever, or I'm not ready yet, or I'm taking my time, fair enough. Know yourself. But also be aware that you might just be using it as a bit of an escapism, and as soon as you start taking action, you're going to be forced out of your comfort zone, but it's going to take you to the place that you actually is part of your next phase, your next learning phase, your next part of this life journey. And we'll soon look into what that is, but not tonight. So if that's you, you've kind of been procrastinating a little bit, it's time to take action, to where your next step, like the growing stage, the good thing. It's like, even if you don't want to grow, you're gonna grow. Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini, strong Sag, Leo, and Aries, and then we've got Aquarius. That is the message I have for you, Scorpio. We are moving on to Sagittarius. Saggy. What messages do the cards have for our Sagittarius collective? Is it the Queen of Wands I saw? Yes, it is. With the Three of Swords. Saggy, are you feeling a little under the weather? Are you feeling a little burdened in the heart area? If so, why? Not moving fast enough. No movement. What messages do the cards have for our Sagittarius collective as we go into the new week? What do the cards want the collective to know? Whoopsie. So it's a reason. You need to go around the cards. Okay, Sagittarius. Okay, we're going to take those. Okay, we're going to take that. Page of Cups. Some good fortune coming in. What did these say? A lot here. No, it's just showing me that things are going in kind of in a direction that you didn't expect. And I'm seeing as somebody that's learned from their past mistakes. So Okay, let's split the deck again. This one's for you, Sag. Ace of Cups, Page of Cups, new beginning. Aries again, Cancer, and Gemini. Sagittarius, there's this idea that, like, there's this idea in your head that what you want is like wishful thinking, is like a foolish desire. It's like something that you can't achieve. But what I see here is the universe saying that there's fortune favoring you. And in order to get this foolish desire to something actually materialized, you need to do two things. You need to always be excuse me. Is that true? You have to be true. You have to be truthful with good intent, and then you will achieve it. You will get that power, like you'll be able to take control of this. This will be yours to dominate. Do you see the pattern? Do you see the repeat pattern? Like, this was in reverse, okay. What you need to also do, okay, is never doubt your vision. Never see what you want as a foolish desire. So get your heart right. Always be, have your integrity is important to Sagittarius. Honesty is important to Sagittarius. Wearing your heart on your sleeve, that's what we guys do. There's this flow here. It's this cup. Do you see, like, it's been zoomed in there, saying fortune is shining on you right now. You've been given this cup. The fish, the bird, it's abundant, it's promising. It's righting the wrongs. There's the synchronicity again. The 2, the 3, the sun in the background, the heavens above. This is fated. Stay true. Always have integrity. And speak to yourself with love about this foolish desire, and you will be triumphant. You will accomplish it with very little effort. That is the word for you, Sagittarius. We have Gemini, Cancer, Pisces, and could be Scorpio and Cancer. Okay. Short and sweet message for you, Sagittarius, to the point. Remain true to yourself. Speak to yourself. Don't doubt it. Don't belittle your dreams. And then they can come into fruition. You give them a chance. You give them an actual chance to exist when you believe in them. But that won't ever happen if you yourself don't believe in them. Cancer. Cancer. Tonight we're asking the cards what message they have for the Capricorn collective for the week ahead. What energy, what does the Capricorn collective need to know this week ahead? What does our Capricorn collective need to know for the week ahead? Messages for our Capricorn collective. Capricorn, we've got the Fool in reverse. Who else had the Fool in reverse? Oh, about Libra, I think. Libra. Capricorn, we've got somebody here that's afraid. A scarcity mindset. Like really there is a sense that things should be easier. Like you might be saying to yourself, why is this so hard? Like, why can't it be easier? You have the vision in your mind, and it's completely unselfish vision. This is building for everyone. This is not selfish indulgence. This is, how do I make the long-term investment for my people, for my tribe, for my legacy? I want the house. I want to provide. I want to have everything for the people I love. That's strong Capricorn energy. It's a good intention. There's such good intention here that, in fact, I'm going to say you are your own worst enemy currently. You're expecting too much of yourself. You want to carry all the load. You're like, I can do this. I can do this. I know what I want. Like, where is it? And this right here, there's this mantra that came to me last night. And it goes like this. Less control, more less control, more flow, watch it grow. Have less expectations on the outcome. There's also a warning saying, take care of yourself. It's like, the warning is saying, you do not have to prove yourself to have value. Like, you have value. Don't be trapped in a mindset. Free yourself from the mindset. And that's when the dream will flow. The other day, Capricorn got a warning about a collaboration and not having to be in the driver's seat, not having to be in the control, the cockpit, steering the ship or the plane or whatever. Here it is again, saying, loosen the control, allow more flow, just allow the do, the love, the reason behind it. Build on the bigger picture, and the rest will come. It's not all about brass tacks. It's not about the number crunching all the time. And it's certainly not about getting in your head about it. It's the opposite of this. It's surrender. It's like, this is useless worry, useless burden. The coulda, shoulda, woulda. How can I? If you want this, then you've got to loosen that. You've got to loosen that headspace. You've got to enjoy it more. And that is the message I have for you. As I said, strong Earth, strong Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, and then we've got some Gemini and Aries. And that is the message I have for you, Capricorn. Less control, more flow, what should grow. Aquarius. Aquarius. Tonight we're asking the cards what messages they have for the Aquarius collective as we head to the new week. What do you need to know as we head to the next week, according to the cards? Aquarius collective. What messages the cards have for our Aquarius collective? Aquarius, is there somebody that wants to talk to you and they don't know what to say? What messages the cards have for our Aquarius collective? Nine of Swords. Air energy for our Aquarius. Okay. The nines. That's a nice nine to come out over the Nine of Swords though. I'm kind of getting the idea that dreams come true. Like, you could have been in a really bad place and never thought that you'd get out of it, and now you're finally feeling like in a strong space. Oh, I spoke too soon. Okay, Aquarius, there's a lot of air energy showing up for you. Aquarius, you're looking very single there. It looks like you had your eye on somebody, but it didn't go anywhere. Aquarius, what I'm seeing here is this person is just like, is not on the same page as you, because the only other energy here is the Eight of Swords that I can see is like the collaboration that did not go well. Strong Gemini energy and Libra energy, Aquarius. Yeah, a sip of water quick. The good news here, Aquarius, is that nothing ventured, nothing gained. If you don't put yourself out there, if you don't look for love, you're not going to have the opportunity to find love. But in the meantime, you are going to kiss a few frogs, as they say. It's like, maybe you thought this would be the one, but it didn't work out. And the thing is, because you're not on the same page, it's like fire and water. Because, like, look at the difference in energy here. Somebody that's putting themselves out there, somebody that's closing themselves off. This person is like the black cloud in the picture. You know, the wet blanket, they're always putting the fire out. Yeah, so this isn't a very good match. There's that Nine of Swords again, making a lot of sense. Aquarius. What I'm seeing here is dodging a bullet. This week you may come across a what do you call it, a fellow air sign, and you might feel a lot of initial attraction or desire to collaborate with this person, and then you're going to get very disappointed because things like just don't go well. But then I'm here to tell you that you can't take it personally, because this person, they got some issues. And so look for those kind of red flags. So when you realize, oh, okay, it didn't go as well as I thought, it's going nowhere, you actually have the, say the data to remind yourself that perhaps it wasn't all you. Perhaps there's a good reason why this didn't work out. And this person looks like they played games. So I'm getting the idea that they've all come across as they're having such a hard time, and what they're really hoping is that you're going to push after them to heal them, help them heal. And what they really want is to get stuff out of you. That's what I see. But you're going to realize it. You're going to realize it because you've got a lot of potential. You've got a lot to offer. This person doesn't. So see that, and then you won't feel like you're such a loser. And it won't be so heartbreaking when you realize, wow, actually that was a good thing. That's what I see, a good thing, Aquarius. That this person that initially you really find attractive, or you have to work with, or whatever, that you think, okay, this is going to go well, it doesn't. Remember, it's not always you. Look for the red flags. This person is a bit of a game player to get their way out of the situation. Excuse me. And you know how that swings if this is your situation. Excuse me yawning. It's been a long day. Pisces. What messages do the cards have for our Pisces collective as we approach the new week? The Tower has suddenly started coming out a lot. It's a little bit of a warning here. Pisces, beware of somebody that makes too many promises. They're always very busy. They are a bit of a swindling nature. They're a bit of a con artist. So don't hand your money over or sign any papers this week without being absolutely certain, because there's a swindler in your midst. There's a swindler in your midst. Right. Pisces. Messages for our Pisces collective as we head into the new week. We've got the Four of Wands. Nice Aries energy there. Okay, Pisces, see this as a continuation here. You're defensive, and you need to be defensive because there's some kind of like a con artist around you. There could be work done at the home that's going to end up costing more money. Like, this person, this tradesman or whatever, they're going to promise you the earth and they're not going to deliver. So now's not the time to work with the tradesman. I see them being very slow, borrowing money, taking money in advances, saying they need this about the deposit and that about the deposit, but you never see any equipment. Nine of Pentacles, sorry, Eight of Pentacles. I'm getting the impression that, say you're working with a contractor, they're always feeding you a story. They're always late, they want, as I say, more money up front, and they just don't seem to be able to do the job properly. And this is all too much to handle at one time for you. You're going to be defensive. What's the break for Pisces here? What's going to help Pisces get through this week unscathed? Pisces, you've got somebody that has your back. So where you might have like one contractor or somebody that's really taking advantage around the home place, you've got somebody else that's going to step up this to the plate this weekend. You're going to realize, you know what, that person and I like we should be together in partnership or relationship or whatever, because that person brings out the best in me and I bring out the best in them. And what I see is that balance will eventually be restored, but you've got to go through a little bit of a tricky space, and I do believe it is more to do with like a contractor or work being done at the house. So don't pay anybody up front. Let them do the work, or a certain amount of work. Let them prove themselves so that you're not tied to them. If they demand a payment, perhaps look at like a day's wage or something that's honorable, but at the same time, they're not delivering what they say they can, then get rid of them. But there's a little bit of a overpromiser, trickster, money related that you're wary of. But there is, on the other hand, as much as there is this person that is giving you a hard time, there is somebody else that's stepping up to the plate and is that support to you. But not in the sense that they want to do everything for you, that they empower you, that they make you feel like, I've got this, it's okay. With so-and-so by my side and this and that, I've got it. And that is the short and sweet message I have for you. We have air signs here, Libra, Aquarius and Gemini. A lot of Aries, Sagittarius. We've got Capricorn, Virgo, Scorpio, and that's that, and Aries. And I'd just like to say thank you for joining me tonight for another read and making it worthwhile, and I appreciate every one of you, and it helps me read tarot because I love tarot and I think about tarot a lot, and I feel that tarot has the greatest potential to help us become the best versions of ourselves. And to have a platform to share it feels great. I just want to grow now to 50 and then have live streams and connect, and I look forward to that. And I thank you for helping and being part of the journey, and for all your likes and your comments and your views and your presence. So, until next time, thank you and stay blessed.